All right, let's hear from some more people via Discord. You can find our Discord at davidpakman.com/Discord. Let's go to Quinn from Indiana, who wants to talk about the recently announced forthcoming presidential debates between Trump and Biden. Quinn, what's going on?
Yeah, I was just curious about that announcement with the two debates, one in June and September. And I was just curious, do you think this is a good strategy for the Biden campaign? And do you think this is also a sign that the traditional debate format, where it's usually three in the fall, is going away with two and one being in June?
So, second part, is this going to be the new normal? Just the candidates arranging debates with each other in networks? Don't know. We'll have to see. It's kind of a weird situation with Trump. Won't know the answer to that realistically until 2028. In terms of, is this a good strategy for Biden? I think it is, and I'll tell you why. The expectations for Biden continue to be so low because Trump and MAGA and different people insist that Biden is so demented he doesn't even know what day it is and he can't speak and he doesn't remember anything or anyone. And then he shows up and, it happened with Bernie in 2020. It happened with Trump in 2020. It happened at the State of the Union a few months ago. He's always overperforming because the expectation, the bar is being set so low. I think it has a chance of really going well for Biden, well enough anyway. And if we believe what the mental health experts are telling us about Trump's deterioration, Trump may be increasingly in rough shape, particularly if the debates are in the evening, which they are scheduled to be, where Trump seems to do worse. Some people refer to it as sundowning. I think that this has a lot of potential to help Biden. Now, big picture, I think for both candidates, there's more downside risk than upside risk. The amount that they can help themselves with an acceptable or good performance is smaller than the degree to which they can hurt themselves if they really struggle to speak or put a couple words together.
Yeah, I see that. And do you also think, I think Biden mentioned this, do you think kind of using Trump's kind of how he didn't show up to the GOP debates, do you think that hurts him because he's saying I'm scheduling it and you avoided the debates?
No, honestly, I don't think so. I think it's just two different things. Trump not showing up to debates in the Republican primary seemed to have no effect whatsoever. I think skipping presidential debates, if Biden is willing to do them, would hurt Trump, but they've agreed to it. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's my question. Thank you very much, David.
All right, Quinn from Indiana, thanks very much. I appreciate that. Why don't we go next to I don't know. What about Dario from Mexico City? Dario, welcome to the program. What's on your mind? Dario, welcome.
David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I just wanted to ask, why do you think the left and the Dems are losing so bad on the border and immigration issue, and how has the right been able to make this like a successful issue for them recently?
Well, they have been telling a lot of lies about it, which is very useful. The truth about immigration is the law has only changed modestly under Joe Biden, primarily with Title 42, and the Biden administration is doing what it can to reunite children and the parents that have been separated at the border. Republicans are completely unwilling to actually go forward with even border bills that they want, and they torpedoed their own bill, which shows the bad faith way in which they are engaged in this discussion. It is mostly Democrats who want to do something permanent for DACA recipients. If you really get into the details, it's like, whoa, that's a lot of crazy stuff. Can you give me something simpler? Yeah, here's something simpler. The border's wide open and Biden is giving debit cards and hotel rooms to every undocumented immigrant that comes in. And by the way, the undocumented immigrants are also voting. None of that second story is true. Well, let me put it. There are resources that are designated and earmarked for undocumented immigrants as they await asylum adjudication. But the big picture story is untrue. But a lot of people have fallen for it. Now, I think that the better question is, given that Americans, many of them have been convinced that immigration is the number one issue by Republicans, are Democrats doing a good enough job at dealing with that issue? And I think the answer there is definitely not.
Yeah, I'm just really frustrated at how much they've conceded to the right's framing on the issue and let them really control the narrative around it.
Yeah.
Especially when just like a few years ago under Trump, we were able to like make immigration more successful issue with us when, he was putting kids in cages and and he was, and what he was doing to like the DACA recipients. So I'm really frustrated with it. And, I just think I've kind of noticed as like a bigger part of the right strategy,
Yep.
they seem to be like working to divide the left. I've generally seen the left has been like a coalition of underrepresented and marginalized communities, and now
Right.
like they're trying to like show like the our like Black and African American community, like, look, they're giving these immigrants free checks and housing and stuff. They're not even giving you anything like that. And like there are like young Black men that are like becoming more conservative on immigration. So I just see that as a real problem. They're able to keep dividing our coalition like this.
Completely agree. And listen, this is why I'm so concerned about supposed leftists who agree about almost everything threatening to stay home over Israel, Gaza, for example, and allow Trump to become president. My cautious optimism comes from the fact that even young voters are saying it's only like the 15th most important issue to them. So I'm hopeful that we're not going to self-destruct.
Yeah, no, I hope so too. I just think I think in general, like the left needs to. I just feel like they need to play dirtier. I could only imagine if if Joe Biden was convicted of rape and had 91 criminal charges, what the Republicans would be saying about him. Like, and
Yeah.
I just feel like the Democrats need to like do a better job of.
I mean, look at what they're
Um,
saying about Biden
marketing.
now, and he hasn't even been charged with any of the stuff you just mentioned. So yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
absolutely right about
exactly.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, David. I appreciate it.
All right, Dario from Mexico City, great to hear from you.